free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. Offers are free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. Started with nothing, now I'm in the game. Coaching with Flip, man, remember the name. No license, no cash, no shame. Just hustle data and I built my lane. Driving for dollars, eyes on the block. Motivated sellers, I don't miss a shot. ARV low, got the buy on lock. Assignment signed, now watch me pop. Contracts tight, got the tools on deck. Zounds with the list, now cut that check. Follow up game like a FedEx vet. Close in 2 weeks, say less, no sweat. Offers are free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. Offers are free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate.
They laughing now, but they'll be calling later. Yo, how you close without no paper? It's that flip man style, ain't no faker. I'm a deal creator, not a chaser. They gatekeep deals, we break them locks. Send that proof, got the docs on the dock. Due diligence game, yeah, I walk that talk. And the haters just noise like TikTok off. I coach what I know, not just for clout. Real ones know what I'm really about. If you're scared to offer, go ahead and bounce. We make 50K off a mouse click route.
Offers are free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. Offers are free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate.
It's Flip Man, baby. You scared money? Go get a 9 to 5. But if you about that action, shoot your shot. Offers are free.
Free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. Offers are free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. Started with nothing, now I'm in the game. Coaching with Flip, man, remember the name. No license, no cash, no shame. Just hustle data and I built my lane. Driving for dollars, eyes on the block. Motivated sellers, I don't miss a shot. ARV low, got the buy on lock. Assignment signed, now watch me pop. Contracts tight, got the tools on deck. Zounds with the list, now cut that check. Follow up game like a FedEx vet. Close in 2 weeks, say less, no sweat. Offers are free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. Offers are free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate.
They laughing now, but they'll be calling later. Yo, how you close without no paper? It's that flip man style, ain't no faker. I'm a deal creator, not a chaser. They gatekeep deals, we break them locks. Send that proof, got the docs on the dock. Due diligence game, yeah, I walk that talk. And the haters just noise like TikTok off. I coach what I know, not just for clout. Real ones know what I'm really about. If you're scared to offer, go ahead and bounce. We make 50K off a mouse click route.
Offers are free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. Offers are free, but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate.
It's Flip Man, baby. You scared money? Go get a 9 to 5. But if you about that action, shoot your shot. Offers are free.
Free, but but time ain't king. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. Offers are free, but time ain't cake. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. Started with nothing, now I'm in the game. Coaching with Flip, man, remember the name. No license, no cash, no shame. Just hustle data and I built my lane. Driving for dollars, eyes on the block. Motivated sellers, I don't miss a shot. ARV low, got the buy on lock. Assignment signed, now watch me pop. Contracts tight, got the tools on deck. Zounds with the list, now cut that check. Follow up game like a FedEx vet. Close in 2 weeks, say less, no sweat. Offers are free, but time ain't cake. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. Offers are free, but time ain't cake. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate.
They laughing now, but they'll be calling later. Yo, how you close without no paper? It's that flip man style, ain't no faker. I'm a deal creator, not a chaser. They gatekeep deals, we break them locks. Send that proof, got the docs on the dock. Due diligence game, yeah, I walk that talk. And the haters just noise like TikTok off. I coach what I know, not just for clout. Real ones know what I'm really about. If you're scared to offer, go ahead and bounce. We make 50K off a mouse click route.
Offers are free, but time ain't cake. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. Offers are free, but time ain't cake. Gotta move fast, can't sit and wait. Realtors hating, but they too late. We lock deals, then we flip that plate. It's Flip Man, baby. You scared?
Flip man, it's the flip man. Flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag. Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
Okay, we in here.
Let's go.
Had to knock down my breakfast that I forgot that I had prepared. So, welcome to July 2nd. July 2nd. And we're here to talk about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate. Today's topic. And we're live on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook a couple of times, Twitch, LinkedIn. Today's topic is who's paying cash for houses in your city? Just going to go through that, know how to determine that really quickly. You'll get to that in a moment. So I think it's just going to be touring it out today. Chevy is already started vacation. So, but we're here to get it in, hopefully get you guys going in the right direction, because even after the 4th of July, guess what? Bills still got to be paid.
Life goes on. Life goes on.
Ain't no question about it. In the famous words of my boy Nate. But anyway, so go ahead and pile in. Torian is in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm in Birmingham, Alabama. Go ahead and pile in. Start asking your questions. Let us know where you're located, city and state, preferably. And we'll try to address your questions as they come up, no matter the platform.
All right. Well, Gary Rawls is checking in. He said, "What's up, gentlemen? Glitch 12 has a question. Yo, how much you make per month?" And he asked it again, Glitch 12. It's my first time seeing him on here. How much you make per month? And
well, I think that's a little personal. If you watch enough of my content, I'll mention deals or whatever, but that's something I just don't like to get into for a number of reasons or whatever. So just not how I get down to show quote unquote the shiny things. If that's what you're looking for, there's tons of people out there to show you that stuff, and you follow accordingly.
That's how it works. Stephen Vaughn said, "Hey Jets, Philly, PA in the house. Thanks for checking in with us, everybody that's checking in with us live." And let me see if TikTok is doing anything right now. Okay, Thomas Hill. Okay, Glitch 12 has another question. Said, "What is the range?"
For what? For what?
Same person that was asking how much you make per month.
Oh, that's basically answering the question. Let me answer it this way. I have no idea what. You tell me how much you make a month, and I'll tell you that I could whether or not I'm exceeding that or not. How about that? Well, maybe you may throw some crazy out there, but yeah, tell me how much you're making a month, and then we'll go from there.
That'll answer your question. Thomas Hill. Thanks for checking in with us. Say, "What's up from Jackson, Mississippi?"
Jackson, been to Jackson once looking at a self-storage facility. Thought we had a deal, but it didn't go down. But I have been to Jackson once.
It's about 3 hours.
Even though I was born in Mississippi, I had never just been to Jackson. And all my mom's folk, that whole half of my family is from Mississippi. I had never been to Jackson until about 2 years ago.
Well, I'm planning. Well, my wife is actually doing the planning of this, and I wonder, have you ever been to Orange Beach?
You talking about Gulf Shores?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I actually probably been down there more than what I remember. Let me say it this way. I've never been there. Wow. Okay. I've never been there for vacation. I went when I was really young. I think we were trying to get a job down there at the McDonald's.
Oh.
So this is how long ago this been.
It's been a minute.
And I didn't get the job. Other people got the job or whatever. So, and I may have went one other time or whatever, but to answer the question, not really.
Never really. Okay. I didn't know, because it got to be close to Birmingham, because it's close to Mobile. It's not 4 hours.
See, from Mobile, Orange Beach is probably still over an hour, so.
Okay.
Mobile, Alabama to Orange Beach. Yeah, it's an hour and 10 minutes.
From Mobile, okay.
Yeah, now it's only 54 miles, but because, you're going to go through a lot of small towns, so that's going to impede the time frame. But yeah, it's a little different from Mobile as far as time.
There's a lot of people go down there for vacation. That's why I was like, I wonder, do y'all?
Oh my God, yeah, that's like that. Yeah, to answer your question, yeah.
I didn't know so many people go.
It's a big thing.
Clayton Badu said, "What's good, guys? Hey, Todd, do you know a good VA service that I can use?"
Yeah. I have one that I can refer. Just email me. Let me throw that up there. We got Chip. He's not here today. So yeah, email me right there, and we'll get you going.
All right. And Jason W. Bond on Instagram is asking, "Are you interested in any PAs in New York?"
PAs in New York.
Oh, sorry, PHs.
PHs. I don't know what PHs mean. Educate us, sir.
Yeah, PHs. I'm not sure what that is. All right. Dave Darden is checking in. Say hello, my guys. What's going on with you? And Roberta Davis, welcome to the live. My first time seeing you here. Good morning from Sacramento, California. So
good morning.
Good morning to you. It must be early. Thomas Hill, I have a warm seller. We'll talk with him today. They want to sell a property that's for $46,000. It's valued at $48 on Zillow, $85 on Redfin, and then $112 on PropWire. So
Yeah, that's all over the board there, man. That's all over the board. We have to take a deeper dive on that one.
To understand, because 46 and 48 is
Yeah,
close.
he got. Yeah, yeah.
85.
You have to take a deeper dive on it.
If you don't mind sharing the address and let Ty take a look at it, and we can see whether you're in the wheelhouse. Lateef Latson said, "What's going on, fellas? Checking in from Savannah, Georgia. I heard Savannah is pretty beautiful down there."
Did you? I think that was the continuation of the message from Mr. Hill. Yeah. I think the price point. I think it was prop stream at 107 at a price point. Do I pitch this deal with buyers? Oh, at what price? Yeah, we'd have to look at it.
Yeah, we have to look at that. And then Lionel Jackson, welcome back to the live. Said, "What's up from Baltimore?" And but who am I? Blessings, Flip Fam, Eugene, Oregon.
Eugene Pruitt.
Come on now. Oh, Jason W. Bond on Instagram. He followed up what the PH is. It's penthouse. It's penthouse.
Oh, I know nothing about that. But if I got something to compare it to, it can't be that difficult.
Penthouses be going, boy. Penthouse.
Yeah.
They'd be nice too in New York.
Yeah.
Those would be nice. Multi-million-dollar properties. So, but I guess the question is, are you interested in penthouse? And your answer to him is not sure.
Yeah, if it's a deal, like I said, if I can figure out if it's an opportunity or not, if I got enough data, which I assume I can find, yeah, we'll take a look at it.
Yes, sir. So nobody's asking any questions. Have you checked out? I just watched it on Netflix. What's the lady that sold drugs? What's her name? I'm sure you've heard about them before. What's the lady that was a big time drug dealer? They got this whole documentary on.
From Colombia, Blanco. Yeah, Blanco.
Blanco.
Yeah.
Have you seen that series?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Okay. Really good. It was really good to me. It's only one series though. Like I think it was 10 episodes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She was deadly. Okay, Dave Darton has a question. I have a potential buyer for this home that I have. If the buyer asks what is the seller asking price, do I give him that price? Or do I give him the asking price with my fee in there? So if the seller is asking 100K, do I say 110?
Yeah, you want to add your fee on top of it. You want to give him your price with your fee included.
Yeah, the way they don't try to negotiate. They're going to try to negotiate anyway. But I mean, would you say to go a little bit above what she's trying to get though?
She is. The seller wants 100. Oh, you mean leaving higher? Yeah. Well, yeah, if 10 is your goal, yeah, I would ask for more than that, and hopefully you'll get close to your goal, if not higher.
Actually, they're going to try to negotiate.
Yeah.
Milan, Flipman, what are your thoughts on AI in real estate? I've seen some amazing things lately.
Yeah, well, you know what? I haven't seen a ton in real estate. We had the thing with auto leads, but I don't know, like I said, I think it was priced out of my audience anyway. Somebody, I think I tried to go to the website the other day, it wasn't up. Yeah.
There might have been an update.
I hadn't really, I consume a lot of AI content. Most of it, well, pretty much all of it is not real estate related, even though I use some stuff for real estate. If you could share what you've seen, Milan, that would help, educate us today. I love that more than anything is learning.
I'm shocked that TikTok is quiet today for some reason. Normally be on there rapidly. Let me see. Thomas Hill. He's saying, how can I send you the address to look at the property without it being on the screen? He wants to hide the address.
Well, yeah, if you just email it, I'll evaluate it without putting it on the screen.
Such as because there's so many prices that they got for it. You have to look at that one. That's what you're saying, Ty.
Mm-hmm.
So just send it to Ty's address, email address, ty@dealulator.com. And we'll get that down. Done. So why nobody's asking questions? So I went over one of those trainers you was telling me to look at for that
Wow.
content thing. I think I had watched that before, but I haven't seen the second one. But let me ask you a question. Do you want to go towards our audience, or do you want to do what he's suggesting, which is to go into the community where people are already doing it? You know what I'm saying? That's my question to you.
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Okay. Obviously, once we set it up, we want people to start clipping.
Yeah.
And he's suggesting to go into the clipping community to look for people to do it. Are you going to use our community?
No. You're using. You do that. That's why I say you join the WAPs. We do the same thing. You're going to create your own campaigns in WAP because they manage the payment and everything.
No, I'm saying for people to actually do the clippings. No,
that people go there to search for
use their community.
Okay. Yeah. We can still send it out to my community, but these people specifically are looking for that opportunity. And it ain't no technical issues to do it.
Yeah.
They already
know how to do it.
They already know how to do it. Yeah. Yeah. Trust me. I love my community, but that ain't something I would put on them. It ain't. And I've suggested it. Nobody's ever even stepped forward on
that.
So, I've suggested it. It's just not my following. It is what it is.
But you see so many people now on TikTok and stuff. It's just regular people. It's just.
Well, these are going to be regular people that are clipping. It ain't my audience. I don't know what else to tell you. So.
This is somebody from Twitch. I'm not gonna ignore what the person is saying. Polar Nights, welcome to the live. I'd never pay cash for a house. Who in their right mind would pay cash? I don't know if he's trolling us.
Well, you know what? That's a narrow. Well, he may be trolling, but it's good for other people too. That's a narrow way of thinking of things. Just because an Adria is like that, I have to get on her. Oh, I would never do that. That don't mean 10 million more won't do it. Yeah. You can't base business ideas on what you will do or what you won't do, right?
Yeah.
People pay cash for real estate. Like that is nothing new, my man. A woman, whatever it is, that's like, like what are we talking about here? Like, yeah, you won't do it. You got it. You're the number one genius in the world. You're not doing it. Other folks that ain't geniuses like you, are they doing it?
I don't even know what this means. It said he followed up his message, he or she said, I never travel having more than a few 1,000 on me. Okay.
Well, wait, okay, so this is what he's thinking about. I think he's thinking about actual cash money. That's not what that means. It's not like they're going to show up at a closing with, if the house is 100,000 with a briefcase full of cash, or do I have to literally say this? It means they're not going to use traditional lending to fund the deal. If it is actual their liquid money, it's in an account somewhere. They're either going to come to a closing table with a cashier's check, in most cases, or a bank wire to that title company or closing attorney. That's what it means. Or if they use hard money or private lending, it really just means we're not going to go the traditional route to fund this deal. That's what it really means.
The TV.
I actually had to say that.
Well, it probably has a connotation, but even $1 million homes people pay cash for because they're just transferring it from their
Yeah,
bank
but
account.
they're not showing up with a brink truck of cash.
That's the cash because
Yeah,
they're not.
it just means we're not going to go through traditional methods of funding this purchase.
Polar Knights is following up their statement. Said, but then again, I don't live in the States. I'm not allowed to buy a house using cash due to laundering laws. Okay, so he's out.
That's the way it works here too. You can't if you show up at anywhere with cash, the red flags go off. They stopped that back in the 80s, man. You know, no. That's not what they.
You got to tell the IRS. You know.
Yeah. He taking it literal. Yeah, I guess I do have to say it. He's in another country. I don't know if you from here, but just in another country, or you from the other country. No, that's not what it means, actual cash. But welcome aboard. You're here to learn.
Welcome.
So am I.
Yeah. Welcome to the live.
Yeah.
Coming in from Twitch. Twitch is a very popular place. Let's say if the states don't get their cut, they cut you hard. Yeah. They want to get their money too.
That's about reading that stuff.
You said what now, time?
Yeah, no. Go ahead. I answered it. Go ahead.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, you know, it's all we doing all legal stuff. Okay, so we not bringing in money and we don't even advocate for somebody to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Most people are not going to do that.
Yeah, it's most people that you know, they understand what it really means. It just
I think Ron LeGrand though back in the day he did say he's like we want to come bring it in rolled coins, you know, as long as it's, you know, just enough money to cover the
I had a dude come in with actual cash. It was probably it was under 20 grand. It might have been a little more than that, but anyway, he came in with cash money, and it wasn't all hundreds.
All hundreds?
It was not all hundreds.
Oh, it wasn't all.
And so the title lady was like, "We can't accept this."
Like, we don't have
they literally sitting there, started counting out 20s, 10, 5. They ain't have no ones, 100s, 50s.
Man, that's what it take off.
We can't accept this. And so, long story short, he gave me the money, and I went and got a cashier.
Just put it in the bank.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Because the bank is set up to take that kind of money. You know what I'm saying?
They expect it, but still.
Not a title company, though.
Well, no, it's not. So you couldn't go into a bank and close with cash. If you brought it like you wasn't like if they were doing the closing, normally, well, I guess they would do it, but normally you're a customer anyway. But assuming you wasn't ever going to close a deal, they wouldn't accept it either. You know, you would have to open up an account. Now it's going to open up a lot of questions on where it's coming from. But obviously, they would have done that due diligence anyway if they were going to fund the deal or whatever. So I don't know, but anyway, it's not literally meant
for cash like that.
Yeah.
He's in Norway, by the way. He has some other messages, but I think it's surrounding the same topic. It's not about just cash, you know. You know, because you would think like, why don't you have it in the bank? You know, but yeah, it's all good. Let's see here. If the cup stopped me, yeah,
you going.
I think he's trolling us.
Yeah, he's going up, but that's fine. Yeah, we need a little trolling here now.
Every now and then, we need a little trolling. Okay. So what you got? What you got up for the forum? Nobody's asking any questions.
Oh, I'm go do some family stuff, so whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. With your mom.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yep. Stephen Vaughn wants to know, fellas, are either of you involved in a IUL?
Hey, ready to be educated again. I didn't know what a PH was until 10 minutes ago. Now, what's an IUL?
Yeah, what is an IUL, Stephen Vaughn?
Okay, y'all doing it. Hey, light us up, baby. Yeah. Which program approved you?
The first one, I think that guy started the thing. The creator, the way he be talking, he started the thing or something.
Who robbed the bank?
The first one you told me,
Robbed the bank. Or are you talking about what?
Not to do with the kind of confusing name. What is his name? I think they just called it off. Rob the bank.
Rob the bank.
Yeah, rob the bank. Yeah, I didn't understand what you were saying.
Yeah,
that's the one I watched. Yeah, it's rob the bank. I haven't seen the second one because they haven't approved him for the second one for some reason. But
that's fine. So WAP didn't approve you? You know, WAP runs their own. That's what I was telling you. WAP runs.
Is that the second one you were telling me about?
I just said, well, that's Dean Graziosi I was talking about.
Yeah, that's the one I haven't gotten access to.
So, but WAP approved you?
Yeah. The WAP. I've always had a WAP account.
No. You missed what I'm saying. I obviously got the platform WAP. They run their own content rewards program. Did you apply for that one? They run their own for people to promote WAP.
I did not.
Okay, I should have done more.
Understand what you just said with Robert.
Yeah, I should have explained it more. Because obviously, I know they're doing it at an efficient level. Both of those people. Well,
because that would seem like the Robert Bank seemed like he's one of the originators of doing this type of way to.
Yeah. That's how he's been able to grow his thing. Whatever. So products he sells. So, yeah.
Stephen Vaughn didn't answer this, but Gary Rawls did about the IUL. He said it's a life insurance policy.
What is this insurance? IUL.
This is Gary Rawls answering for Stephen Vaughn. And then he also said, that's the IUL.
Okay.
Stephen Vaughn hasn't answered the question. But you want to answer that, the IUL?
Oh, I don't know what. I don't even remember. Okay. So would the KISS method work for FSBO? Yeah, if you watch the training, it goes through both, listed and not listed.
All right. Yeah. And Ricardo de Jesus, that's an index universal life, whole life policy. So they're talking about a whole life insurance.
Oh yeah, that's
index.
Very great.
But who am I is asking, what message do you put on postcards with limited space? I'm self-writing them, the postcards.
Well, I would just use stuff that you already see that works, right? If you go to Google and go to Google Images and put, we buy houses postcards, it's going to be tons of examples. I'm just letting you know with postcards or direct mail in general, if you're handwriting postcards, just understand the response rate is very, very low compared to some of the other stuff. That's why you have to send thousands of them to get the impact that you're looking for, right? 1%, well, 0.9 to be exact, according to the expert. I just did an interview with Jeff at REI Print Mail. They're experts. They deal with investors that spend 40, 50, 100 grand a month on postcards. So you see what I'm saying? So you handwriting, I'm not going to tell you not to do it. That's because I'm always going to side on doing something versus nothing, but it's difficult, right? In the sense of that much time. So how many can you literally write over the course of an hour? Not many. I just told you thousands. You have to send thousands to get the impact that you're looking for, right? And you may get fortunate, somebody read it and boom, you get a deal. Of course that can happen. I'm just telling you how the numbers normally play out. So if I'm not being clear, If you send out 1,000 at 0.9, that means 9 people. You'll get a response rate of 9 people. 1,000 now. So 10,000, 90, so you start doing the math up.
Yeah, because you normally get like a 1% return.
Yeah, well, he said 0.9, so basically 1%. Yeah.
Yeah, and so would you say about 5,000 a month is what typically what somebody is going to do, and to get a decent?
Yeah, but the whole thing about it, and no matter what form of marketing you're doing, though, whether it's direct mail, cold calling, text message, or whatever, is that you got to be consistent with it. So you just not saying, well, I'm gonna do it 1 month for 5,000. No, don't even spend don't even do the first campaign if you're not committed to do a minimum of 3 months, before you see any opportunity. If you're not prepared to do that financially, don't even do it. Don't even do it.
And before I get to Hazel, some other people were following up about the IUL. Seems like must be a hot topic right now or something, because they're talking about Gary Ross had index what he said before, universal life insurance, and then Stephen Vaughn said, yeah, IUL is universal whole life insurance pot. It's generational wealth. And then it's my first time seeing Top Terra Tales. Welcome to the live set. I'm guessing whoever brought this up is because people do use this to buy houses. But from my experience, that is normally people who go the regular method. So
Yeah,
my first time hearing about it. I've never heard of any of
you're on my pay grade right now. So.
Hazel-eyed real estate mogul has a question. Have you had any success with getting leads from Fiverr?
I did that. I think when I first started to look into building lists for self-storage. I've never done it for houses or land that I can remember. But I know people have done it. I can't even really give you an honest opinion on it or whatever on going about it that way. So I guess it depends on cost, what you're actually purchasing, and how you're going to use that list to target owners. Are you going to mail, call, text, or a combination of those?
Great. Let's see here. Nobody's saying anything on TikTok for some reason. And that was the last of what I see.
Did you look at any of the content that he made available for people to clip?
I have not done that yet.
Oh.
Yeah, but I will look at. Maybe is he on TikTok, or do you know?
I couldn't imagine he's not.
Okay.
Stuff there.
But yeah, he seems to have a systemized. Because I like what he talked about how at the end of the day, once like you put that $1,500 up, those videos are gonna be up forever. So you'll continuously still get traffic from it. I think that's the key to all of that. You put up the money, you pay the folks, and then those videos, because I think he got like 700 videos up based upon the clippings. In one day, that's a lot.
You said in one day?
In one day, he got 700 people putting up videos, and I think he, like you say, he paid like $1,500. And I didn't think about the part that with social media, those videos will constantly create traffic for you.
Yeah.
But you start paying for them.
Yeah, I know that. I didn't think you really got it when I showed it to you. Whatever. That stuff is brilliant, man.
Well, it's not that I didn't. What I'm saying is that you mean when you saw first send it to me before?
Yeah.
Well, it's just wrapping my mind around, but it's still like affiliate marketing. I mean, it's the same concept, not affiliate marketing, but like AdSense, where you are putting something up and somebody paying you for the traffic. You know what I'm saying? It's just you're doing it through WAP. So why do you say I didn't pay attention to it before?
Wait a minute. Say that again. What AdSense? What do you mean? I'm not.
The AdSense, I mean, the whole premise of AdSense is you throw up a website and you create an article. When people read that article, they have their ads that people click on, right?
You gotta get eyeballs to it though.
Right. What the eyeballs is through making the article go ranked on Google.
You know how fucking hard. You know how hard that is. You know how hard that is. That's hard, man.
I know, but what I'm saying, it's the same premise though. Like it's easier to just throw up a video and you just talking blah blah blah. So yeah, it's different, but it's the same thought process, is what I'm saying.
I don't think I'm the same, because if I have an article put out there and I load it with all what's needed to hopefully get it ranked 6 months from now, hopefully, this could literally be immediate. You know, if you got, even let's just say, even if you got just 10 people clipping your stuff and each one of them just doing 2 videos, that's like 20 pieces, is my math? 20 pieces of content, right? Mm-hmm. And even if they only got 100 views each, you know, that's 2,000 views, right?
Okay.
That's reaching. You're not, an article ain't going on organic. Immediate.
Ty, people make hundreds of thousands. I'm saying,
I know that.
Yeah.
I know that, but what it takes to build up to that, right? That's I put it like that. It takes more of it takes more of a skill,
yes,
to do that than the other.
Obviously, yeah. If that's what we're saying, I'm agreeing with you on that. Yeah, it takes
like
more.
Article, not like what like some of the stuff that I've seen. I know personally, man, a video takes off. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? You can't even put a price on it, on what it could do for you. You know, and then like I say, it's just there, just as they say, evergreen. It's just totally different. But to answer his question, how is how is the abandoned mail land working? So I sent out one campaign, and so I've gotten, I think we got 3 calls. And so now we're just in follow-up mode, you know, to get people back on the phone. So I'll report back sooner. I just did another, we had to send them out. Ordered another one for houses. Like on the houses, probably about 4 possibles in that right now. Now we only sent out 100. That's what I was just telling the person a moment ago. And they don't have no idea what we're talking about. So let me throw it up here. So this is what I sent out, right? Is I sent out this this postcard right here, right? So as you can see, the reason I have the man in the picture is that I want you to see how large it is. It's basically a bandit sign, but it's a comic strip, right? And so long story short, is just to get people's attention. You know, you force people to read it. So I sent one to myself. And I'm not saying that's always going to be the case. You know, it came to me just like I sent it out. It was undamaged. Those are hard to damage anyway, or whatever it's called. So that corrugated plastic material that they're made of, just like bandit sign. You ever put your hands on a bandit sign? That's what it is. It just has that print on it, or whatever. And so we literally stick those send those in the mail. Costs about anywhere you can send anywhere in the country for between $6 and $6.70. No matter where you are. But so it can be a little pricey, but you know, you're not sending as many. So it makes it easier from the experience that we had so far, right? Whenever you quote unquote cold call somebody, it's not as cold as a call, because now you have something to reference, right? Hey, Jim, hey, I know this is going to be weird, but I'm the crazy guy that sent you that large postcard. Right. Yeah, I got it. You know, like I said, yeah, I know we're crazy, but we really must want to buy your house, and you just go from there, of course, something to that degree. And that's basically the way we've been approaching it. So, whatever. So,
okay. That's a 5% return. You said at 100, 5 people.
Yeah. Well, really. Well, you have to, like I said, we got them on the phone. So I went and looked at on houses. I went and looked at let me see. One. Well, he had 2 houses. I ain't gonna count them. Just still say. Well, no, we sent him. I didn't know I was sending. You know what? One of them was in his wife's name. One was in his other name. That's what happened with that. So that was 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I went and looked at 5 houses, and most of it is just follow up at this point. I got a lady. This one probably is going to. Well, I got one right now. Matter of fact, I just text message right here. The video that you seen me do the other day. Let me see, where is that video? I'm gonna show you really quick. Content post from phone. All right, this one here. Is this it? That's not it. Let me see. Now this doesn't have the what's the name on it or whatever, but it doesn't have the caption on it. But I just did a post on it. But I actually started marketing it out. Because we at that point when I did this video, he hadn't given us a price. Now he gave us a price I ain't really think works, but I started to market out and people showing strong interest in it. So matter of fact, a dude made an offer on it. It is, he wants 45 for it, which is more than what makes sense. So we just got somebody made an offer on it. And so I told my guy to go back to the seller and ask him, would he accept 45 payments at $1,000 a month, right? And so that was what, we didn't offer no down payment or nothing, right? And so, that'll make it even more attractive, to people, because now they can get into it easy. I don't know what we'll charge as a down payment, but it wouldn't be much. I say much, about at least 10 grand. And then they just start making $1,000 a month or whatever. So at that point, but anyway, but this is the property here. You know what? I already got this one uploaded now. Go ahead. We got another question. I'll do it. Just wait till this finish process.
Are you going to show the property?
Yeah, I'm gonna show it.
Oh, okay. We were answering so just about whether it's working. Yeah. Mm-hmm. To answer this question, yes, it is working. Top Terrace Tales, it says Fiverr sucks. They do the bare minimum. It's mostly foreigners, and you're better pull it on your own list. And they mostly use a low tier in skip tracing.
Yeah, so I was gonna basically say it's better to do your own list. I was gonna get to that, right? I'm glad they brought it back up. I totally agree about definitely the tools are. I don't know what you would pay. I don't even know what you pay for a list. So if you text the word tool 205-964-5243, the word tool, that'll send you over to my affiliate link with PropStream or whatever, and you can build in this you want to. So it's taking this thing there forever to load.
All right. Thomas Hills is asking, what is the typical rate of motivated sellers you get from a generated list from PropStream?
Ooh, that's so subjective in the sense of what type of list that you're building, what market.
But would you say the tire landlords? I think that's the one you go to.
Does he mean that? Okay, he means that. Okay, so yeah, tire landlords. You can really niche it down. I think I showed it maybe a week or so ago. You can really niche it down. I like what I've been using for these postcards. These gigantic postcards, this bandit mail is absentee owner, meaning they don't live in it, so non-owner occupied, and then vacant. Now, which doesn't have to be vacant. That's not a deal breaker, but I'm just to niche it down really. Owned for at least 5 years, in their name and not an LLC. And you could, depending on how large the list is and what your budget is, you could add another layer out of state or out of county. Out of county mean they don't live in the same county where the property is located or whatever. So, but here's the property bank. Let me see. We mailed this monster out, followed up with a call, and boom, now we're at the house. Let me show you what bandit mail just pulled in. This is the actual house. We're walking up to the front door, and yeah, nobody's been living here in a long time. There are notices posted, grass overgrown, the perfect storm, assuming the seller isn't in la-la land with the price. Now, stepping inside, you can see this place had a fire. It looks like someone tried to start the rehab, maybe, but they didn't make it far. You can tell from the demo work and the prep, but we're not going in too deep. Can't trust these floors. The one good thing, it's a brick house, solid bones. That's a win. This neighborhood has an ARV around $155,000, maybe a bit more depending on finishes. It's got a nice backyard. The HVAC, gone. You're doing it all. Roof, windows, kitchen, bathroom, everything but the lot line. Again, brick structure. That's your saving grace. You could probably just paint it, maybe go light on the exterior. But inside, you're starting from scratch. Only thing I don't love is the busy street it's on, but that's not a deal breaker. So here's the question. What would you pay for this house? Knowing the ARV is around $155,000, what's your number? Comment below. Is it a deal or would you pass? Yeah, so
What's your number? It says 54 is look like a total remodel. It's a brick house. 10?
yeah, I want it to be 20 or below. He's at 45, so I just said, what the hell, just put it out there. So people been responding to it, so like a lot or whatever. And so we only got, I got offers, but that's the one that make sense, close to making sense. It still doesn't make sense because it is above the 40. I think he offered $46,750. The guy wants $45,000 for it.
Sound like he just came back with another. It seemed like it's been sitting vacant for a long, like you said in the video.
Oh, at least I pulled up a image from 2021 or 19.
I wonder why he offered 46.
I have no idea. People, they want what they want, man.
Is that Donald? Because Donald is responding to because he's saying something. Is this the same guy?
What do you mean?
He's saying so it's 30 to 40 days to close. I offered 50, waiting to hear back. That's what I thought. Maybe it's this.
What
is that?
On what?
Oh, you remember Donald? I'm getting it mixed up because I thought he was referring to this video that you just, but I realized you just did that with the bandit sign, the bandit mail. He's talking about, I guess, when the other live, he was the one that was corresponding with you on email.
Yeah, I'm not sure what deal he's referring to though.
Okay, all right. Well, let me go back to where we were. We talked about Top Terra, and then Top Terra tells us that, do you not have anyone in your network currently interested in land development deals in hot markets of North Carolina, a little under 300 lots, almost completely entitled?
Yeah, if the numbers work, if it's a deal that's already been heavily marketed, that makes it tough or whatever, because normally that lets you know it's not a deal if nobody's taking it off their hands or whatever. So just depends.
So this is an interesting statement. Well, I'm jumping down to Milan because he's talking about the video you just did. He said, I would pass if over 50K in rehab. I don't think that's what we're saying, is that?
Yeah, it's over 50K in rehab for sure.
So you would Well, we're not passing. You already getting interest on it, so obviously,
Well, that doesn't mean, it doesn't mean that they're gonna pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? But it's been tons of interest or whatever. So we'll see.
Alon, so he would pass. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, we talked about that.
Mhm.
And Donald said it's about the land deal in Tennessee. You familiar? You remember that anyway?
Yeah, like I don't know where you're sending your emails, man. Cause I only show an email from you from January 7th. I don't know where you're sending your emails.
It's ty@dealyourlater.com, Donald. He said he got a message though.
He may got a text message, but that's not the proper place to send it. You want to email it.
He's saying so. He's almost acting like you told him that.
Unless it's a different email address from the one that I'm showing here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Corresponding with a different.
Just resend it. Just reply back. If I reply, I reply back to it.
Platinum Real Estate. Welcome to the live. Got 3 contracts signed in 8 days, and working on a novation deal right now. Congratulations on it in his local mark, which is St. Louis.
Yeah.
Congrats on that. A little summer cold me. But yeah, so Donald Morel. I guess we can go into the topic because it's about an hour in. And we briefly went over it, but if you want to go deeper into it.
Let's go deep. All right. Okay, so we didn't so let's do this.
Well, the guy that was talking on Twitch, talking about buyers and paying cash, but we didn't go into the actual, because the topic is who is paying cash for houses in your city.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let me find this thing here. Gulf Shores. All right, so let me set it up here. Should already be prepared. Fail to prepare. Prepare to fail.
Prepare to fail.
Prepare to fail. All right, so let's do this. So let's just assume Columbus, Georgia. We needed a buyer for this property here. It's a listed property. So that's why I just pulled it up. It's random. And so what we would do is, if you text the word boss to 205-964-5243, it'll take you over to cashbuyers.ai, which will then show you a little demo on how to use Investor Base here. And you can get a discount. I think they still are running that. So as you can see, I'm changing the radius that I'm targeting to 1 mile. The search period, meaning as far as the sales that have occurred in that area, to 1 year or less. And you see, I can do it 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. Sometimes that's relative. And then here I can go 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, 5 or 10. And then the property types, I can select single family, multifamily, condos, and townhouses, mobile home, and land. The land one is not that, it's just a hit or miss. Plus land buyers don't really buy like that. All right, so next, so now I'll put in single family, then I'll paste in the address that we were just talking about. I'll do a search. So what's great about this? Number one, so based on the title today, we can see how many buyers are in this particular area, who's buying. So these are the people that are buying in this area. This is within 1 mile and 1 year of transactions. All right, so we have our property, which is the red dot right here. If we wanted to go to Zillow, we could just click on the Zillow logo and it pulls it up. Okay, So what we can determine by that, not only can we determine who's buying, right, especially in a particular area of your city, we can also tell you how much they're paying. So it gives this quick snapshot of what buyers are paying in that area. You'll want to look deeper than this, but they're saying 42. Now they're asking 69 for this property and it needs work. Well, let me see. Well, it's in pretty good condition. It's in pretty good condition. Let me see. Did he do renovations? Charming. Yeah, so they just renovated this, but I pulled this randomly. So anyway, he's trying to sell it for 69, which I guess that's quote unquote retail for that area or whatever. So now what you would do is, if I go here, I can start to dive deeper. So they paid 25 for a house right here, right? Let me see. Oh, we're gonna look at that one. All right, they paid 25 for a house. Now that's the only one just right here by it. You know, I prefer to be more activity right by, but that's fine. So this one here, they paid 15,000. So we're starting to see a pattern. They did pay 65 for this, but this was a rental. And so it says 113. Now we did cross over a major street. Sometimes that makes a huge difference. See this thicker white line here? What street is that? That's South Lumpkin Road. Sometimes that makes a huge difference. All right, this one up here, they paid 25. So based on this, in order for me to make money, probably I would have need this house to be 20 or less. Now, not only once I get in here, I can see how many people are buying within a mile within the last year. I can also skip trace for the phone numbers. I'm not going to do it right now, but you can do that. So if I zoom out and say, hey, I want to go back 2 years to see if I can find someone that's ready to buy again. So if I go back 2 years, so it gave me 28 results initially. If I go back 2 years, and now it should change those results. It changed it to 39 now. All right. What if I wanted to go out a little more? I wanted to go out 2 miles instead of the 1 mile, right, in this area. Ideally, you want to get buyers that are buying as closest to your property as possible, but sometimes you have to go out a little bit. So now going out 2 miles, 2 years, it gave me 78 results. Not saying that that's 78 different buyers, because sometimes you'll see buyers that buy it multiple times, and that's what you want to see. Because obviously, if they're buying multiple properties in that area within a certain distance, certain time frame, they must like that area, right? And so obviously, you may put them as a priority. But so once you do that, you skip trace. You can skip trace right here by selecting this button right here. I'm not going to do it and do a search again, and then you can just download your list, and I will put it in Google Sheets, and boom, you're off to the races. So this is a simple, easy way to tell who's buying in your city. Now, that's a paid method. Now, a free method would be simply just networking your butt off through Facebook groups in that particular market. You know, Facebook groups that are related to real estate investing, or even some of them are even titled wholesaler. You know, there'll be a wholesaler branded a wholesaler branded Facebook page or group. So so with that being said, I think I covered the topic.
And maybe because I'm a novice within this game, with looking at these buyers or whatever, I always wonder why, when we go into investor base, why are we not looking at the landlords and what they're paying?
A lot of times it doesn't pull it up. I'll click on it, but a lot of times it doesn't pull it up.
Well, I'm saying, but just before, it was like the flippers, what they're paying in that area, but also it had a different price for what right here.
Yeah.
Well, at first it was showing 653,000. I don't know why it changed just now, but
see, it may have been. See, sometimes it can be distorted because sometimes investors buy a package of houses and they treat it as one sale. And so whenever you're trying to do like an average or something, it could throw the numbers off tremendously.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, especially on rentals.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see that.
But every time, what I'm saying, when you look at investor base, you never look at landlords.
And again, a lot of times I don't because, and that's me assuming that a lot of times it doesn't give like what they paid. Look at this one right here.
I see what
It
you're
says
saying.
854,000, but that was a package.
Yep.
So that's part of the reason why, right?
Okay.
Part of the reason why.
Yeah.
But now when I download the list, I'm not just downloading flippers. I'm downloading both of them.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So
when you call in or something, but I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And it might help somebody else that see this sometime and never ask that, but that does answer the question because they're showing their portfolio, so you don't know what they paid individually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, they may have purchased a package of houses.
Yeah. Lighthouse, what is this? Lighthouse REI group. This is on Instagram. I have a deal I'm working on in LaGrange, Georgia. It's a home with 12 acres. Do you work out in that area? And are you looking at vacant hospitals as well?
Okay, you said LaGrange, Georgia.
Yeah, it's a house with 12 acres. That's the first.
Yeah, so just the house being with 12 acres would just get my interest no matter where it is or whatever. So just on the top. So just to answer that question, yeah. And then the hospital thing, I could take a look at it. It's really outside of my lane, but definitely could still take a look at it. Especially, well, let me back up. If you're dealing directly with the owner and it's not listed.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I talked to a young man last night, and he may change my mind on this, and that's what I always look for because, a lot of times I'll come up with my own methods or whatever. Normally it comes from something else though, and I may just look at it a different way. I don't think he's closed the deal yet, but he's very close. He has some stuff on the contract and actually they have a buyer for it too. But he identified properties that were listed. We only talked for a second or whatever, and I'll probably reach out to him again. But this guy's only 18 years old.
Wow. Come on, man.
And he has, now again, they haven't closed, but any of these closed, he's going to have to pick up a substantial pay.
18?
He's 18. One of them on an RV park in Texas, he say his assignment fee, if it closes, would be $50,000.
Come on.
A motel in, I can't remember the state and city, but it's like 9.5 million. He's getting 1% of that deal, and his assignment fee would be 1% of that, which would be $91,500. And then he has an apartment complex down in Florida that that one will be off market though, or whatever. But the other two are on the market or whatever. So.
And he's finding these deals online, or he just cold.
Yeah. He's just reaching out to brokers and just looking for stuff that may have been sitting a minute or whatever, which that's not uncommon with commercial, And he just reaching out to the brokers and seeing if they'll work with them and see if he can find a buyer for him. So with that being said, though, you got to find the right buyers because, like I said, stuff is already being advertised. So we didn't really get into that part of it on how he's going about that. But he reached out to me as a buyer. So I guess he's just trying to just tap into all channels as far as potential buyers or whatever. So, but anyway, I was just impressed just what he emailed me. Now, I don't know if he put that together himself or whatever, but he understands it. So it doesn't matter if he put it together or not. But just very impressive at 18. Oh my God,
man! I mean,
where my mind was at 18, it should be a shame.
Club, man, this man doing $51,000.
That should be a shame. I'm like, how did you? He said, well, I was trying houses, and I was just really struggling with it, and it just seems like I'm just getting more traction with the commercial stuff. So, Anyway, so there it is. So maybe I'll have more to report on that.
Wherever your name is, keep going. You're in the right place. But I just want to do a round robin about the cash buyers. They can go to cashbuyers.ai. Is that a code to get that thing?
I'm gonna throw it up here.
Okay. So that people that are joining us and they want to know about the cash buyers, text feed FEED to 205-964-5243, and you'll get access to the cash buyers network so that you can find buyers for your deal. Lighthouse REI Group followed up about the vacant hospitals. Said the vacant hospital is in Laurel, Maryland. And they did say not listed, and looks like the city owns it, and they built a brand new one right beside it.
Yeah, I'm generally not going to be interested unless you had an inside track with someone at the city or whatever. I'm normally not going to be interested in those if a municipality, city, town, whatever owns something like that. Too much red tape.
Red tape with their government.
See, that's why people get into politics, right? It ain't to help. Let me just say this: they may initially want to help people, and then at some point somebody's going to pull them aside and say, "I get it, but that ain't how this works, man."
I know you want to help, but
I know you want to help. And two things can be true, but this is what you're here for. We say
this is about lining our pockets. Okay?
You know, somebody want to buy this hospital, right? Right. We can get to them at a price that makes sense, but they're gonna have to, give me this. That's what some cash money come in at. Because
I was just having this conversation with my wife the other day because
that's why they're getting pop.
In my
how you go, I don't care who it is, the more of a scumbag you are. Well, I don't vote.
I'm not gonna call them scumbags.
Scumbags.
But they do line their pockets with their buddies. They do.
What? That's the reason. Again, that's the reason you get in it.
Yeah, they do it.
Or stay in it. Let me just say, you might get in it for the right reason, but staying in it is what I'm telling you.
I guarantee you, it's a hell of a conversation when you get elected as a president, and that conversation that day after or that night.
I mean, you way before you even get to that point, Tori, you already know what it is.
Yeah.
You already know what it is. Way before you get to that point, you already know what it is.
Yeah.
You can't get to that point without knowing what it is.
You gotta know. You gotta know, because all that help you trying to do and what you ran on.
And ain't none of them no better than the others. This is just how you want to.
It's a brotherhood.
It's just different wrapping paper.
Yeah, it's a brotherhood. So Donald Morrell followed up his statement. He said, partner with you on a land deal. How long before closing if everything works out well between us and the other party?
Well, you got to find a buyer for it. So that's what you can't predict. So generally speaking, you would look for a 30 to 90-day window.
30 days. So 30 days. So
30 is more on the other end of it, beyond 60.
Yeah. But that's one of the questions you're going to ask the buyer, like how soon can they close?
Oh, yeah. It just going to depend, Yeah.
But who am I? This is the question. So do you reach out to bot flippers and landlords when trying to sell your contract?
What's a bot flip? Oh, what do you mean? Does it mean but?
What do you reach out to?
What does it mean?
I don't know what bot flippers are, but we could deal with the landlords. But yeah, you could pull a list from cashbuyers.ai and then present your property to those buyers in that area. Mm-hmm. Would that answer the question?
Good question. Good question.
I don't know what bot flippers are though, but and maybe it could be a different word, and I'm just not.
Yeah, I think it's
to me right now, but both. Oh, okay, it's both. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
You did follow it up, but so it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
So both flippers and landlords. Yeah,
Yeah,
so both.
why we supposed to figure that out now?
Well, hey, now like I be going through these things
I know,
now.
I'm saying me too. I said we should have figured that out.
We could have
Yeah, we should have figured
figured that out. We could have figured that out.
That's clear as a bell.
But I think the question
Do
came
you
up
reach out to both flip? That's clear
right.
as a bell.
It probably came up simply because I was asking, do you reach out to landlords and flippers? Because it came up on that screen.
Yeah.
And that's probably why that person was asking that. So
Yeah.
we could have came up with that, but it's okay. It's okay. What do we say, Ty? You don't know what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I guess we wouldn't know that. But Top Terra Tail said
It should have been clear. I don't know why. I think you threw.
well, I could have looked down in the comments because he did correct it. What markets are you most active in currently? And are you mainly interested in single family homes?
Well, I'm in Birmingham, Alabama, so that makes it easy, and that's what I know best. So obviously that, and then anywhere else, it doesn't matter where else, as long as the city is big enough activity. And not just single family for by no means. Those are the quicker paydays, but land, apartments, hotel, motel, self-storage, even warehousing. Yeah. All the above.
All right. And Thomas Hill, my fault, Thomas. Are vacant hotels / motels generally viable for wholesalers or partnerships?
If you can get in contact with the owner, it's not already being listed. That may change, but I'm not being listed. And obviously, if they want to sell at a price that makes sense, but the most difficult thing is getting in touch with an owner. Those guys make it very difficult to reach them.
Oh, you mean the hotels and motels? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Big outfits.
It could be a mom and pop situation. They just, and I don't know if this has anything to do with it or whatever. Then this is just me, just my vision on it from my experience of trying to pursue those. Is like I don't know. I think the number is accurate. It's going to be somewhere in here. Like 70% of the hotels and motels in this country are owned by Indians, right? And so they can be very difficult to find, right? Meaning owners, on vacant stuff. Now they can be very easy to find when it's operational, because a lot of times they're working in there or a family member, So that's the flip side of it.
On Instagram, Christian B. Congo wants to say thank you, Flipman, for the list. He's not indicating what list, but he followed up the message. He says, I'm an investor in Utah. Thank you for last year. I closed my first wholesale deal and used your ideas to make $5,000.
Hey, all you Playboy. I'm just a tool. Congratulations on that deal. So it's real. And but yeah, the information that you see here, the time we put in is just only tools that have to be used. If they're not being used, it's worthless. But congrats, keep grinding, rinse and repeat.
All right, boom, boom, boom. And come on the show and tell us your story about the 5K.
Yeah, most definitely. Love to hear it.
And Christian followed up, said the list of cash buyers. Oh, okay. So the list of cash buyers, what he meant when he said thanks for the list. All right. And Miss Chavozzi's, come out wherever you are. You cash buyers, come out wherever you are. You have a deal? You have a deal, that's where the buyers are going to come with. Lawrence Green says, my bad running behind Texas City in the house.
What's happening?
Ronald Christopher on Facebook. I think they're saying North Atlanta.
What about
Possibly. And then Kumari is checking in, just posted a leaf. But thanks for checking in on Facebook. A lot of people here. Okay, he said, just call me Oz, brother. Okay. I'll have to remember that now because I try to go by the name that's on your profile, but I'll try to remember to call you Oz going forward, though. Okay. Okay. It is in there on the end. I see. It's Oz on the end. Okay. With 3 Z's. I got you. And Anita Nesbitt says, do you still share those hotel motel lists?
Which list? If you could be a little bit, Anita, a little
Maybe
bit.
she's talking about. I know it used to be.
Oh, yeah, that I used to create. No, we hadn't done that in a minute.
All right, Top Terror Tales. As he has a he or she says got a 36 unit in Baton Rouge, off market, direct to owner, and the right buyer owner filling to act sale LLC saving fees on taking over the assumable land and APR only 3.7 if seller financing. So this is a seller finance deal. I guess it's land.
No, he said it's 36 units.
True. Okay. True.
Yeah, so just email me. See the email address right there. Just email me the details.
3.7. Is that considered high for an apartment building?
No, that's a low interest rate. That's a low interest rate. That 3.7 or 6 or whatever it was.
3.7. All right. I don't know what's up with TikTok. No, I'm wrong.
That's low. That's low compared to the current rate.
Financing.
Yeah.
Still going through a bank. Baton Rouge. Okay. And that's Chevy's area, right? Is it Baton Rouge or Shreveport? I think it's
they're a long way away from each other.
Yeah. And Tara said you can't get anything these days under 7. So sounds like he's dealing directly with the seller though, right? Just send it to ty@dealyalater.com.
Yeah.
All right. And then Christian is following up his post. He said, I want a deal in Zillow and visit the property. And the seller was selling for $980K ARV, 1.3 to 1.5 million, made an offer for 900 and a re-offer for 870, and partner with other investors. So did they accept that? It sounds like what he's saying is the property is worth 1.5. The seller wants 980. He offered 900, and then a re-offer for 870. What say you?
Okay, I missed that.
Okay, let me read it again. He said, I want a deal, but maybe he's saying he's dealing with a deal on Zillow. Visited the property and the seller was selling it for 980K. The ARV is 1.3 to 1.5 for this deal. The ARV made an offer for 900 and a re-offer for 870. And I guess he wants to partner with it, but he never said whether the person accepted that.
Yeah. Yeah, that would if it's listed at 985 and you only offered what do you say, 870?
Yes, 870.
No, it would have to be cheaper than that. That's where the
hold on. He's saying that's the deal he made 5K on. You made 5K and all that money was involved.
Oh, he was letting us know. Okay, that's still not, hey. Yeah. That must have been a bird dog fee or something.
Had to be. But still, I mean,
what's half a zero? Y'all
what's half a zero? And you can still do the testimonial on the video with Ty and just talk about the deal and how it went down.
Yeah.
If you're okay to get on camera.
Yeah, some people.
And he's oh no, this is a different person, my fault. Sweet James Jones, 80 on Instagram. He says he's in Mansfield, Texas, in between Dallas or Fort Worth here, looking to get back into wholesaling with what are the new tools and method for today's market. The workforce sucks really bad right now. So he's looking to get back involved with wholesaling. And in Mansfield, Texas.
He said, "What should he do? What new tools? What
Right.
Well, yeah, one of them is on the screen now. He's on what? On Instagram, TikTok,
Instagram. Yeah.
Oh, well, you can see it then. Let me remove this. Wow, I got that up there. Yeah. So if you text, well, that was today's topic. Who's paying cash for houses in your city? So that was today's topic. And so the tool that I demoed, you can text the word feed, FEED. F is in Frank, E is in elephant, E is in elephant, D is in dog, to 205-964-5243. And that'll send you over to where you can demo the tool that helps with cash buyers. Still have PropStream around. Not sure if you were using that before. You can text the word tool to 205-964-5243. That does a lot of different things. It can tell who owns the property, what they paid for, any mortgages or liens. You can build lists for zip codes, counties, and cities of tired landlords, vacant houses, pre-foreclosures, tax lien, it's all types of stuff, right? And then, of course, you can now determine what's the value of the property. So that tool is all in one. Now, we have other tools or whatever, but those are two that I would highly recommend if in your budget.
Oh, great. And so Christian is saying, yes, I will get on camera. And yes, I'm ready. So he wants to do his testimony.
Oh, he would tell right now? Okay, so let me set that up real quick so you can join us. Next question. Yeah.
All right. And so Thomas Hill said, I had a cash buyer reach out to me wanting gas stations. And just as a aside, I don't know why this topic about gas stations keeps coming up to me for some reason. Like somebody reached out to me on Facebook before. This lady, that's all she does is find leads for people that want gas stations. She's like, people make tons of money off of gas stations. And have you heard that?
Oh yeah, I haven't been able to crack the code on it myself or whatever, but yeah, those could be opportunities or whatever, especially if it's a running gas station. Yeah, for sure.
Say a lot let me finish what he was saying. A lot of various info needed to evaluate a deal. Is there resources to find this info and get educated, I guess, with gas stations?
Somebody just text tools over. I think it was Gene. I'm sorry, not Gene, but
there's a Christian
who just texted over. Yeah, I think it was Gene. I think I spoke to Gene earlier today. Okay. Yeah, text the word tool, TOOL, no S. So
is that Christian doing the testimonial?
No. Christian hadn't. You can text the word Gator if you want to come on live, Christian. Text the word Gator to 205-964-5224. Five. What's the number? Remove the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, 205-964-5243. Text the word Gator to 205-964. And that's alligator, but the word Gator.
And Christian is also saying, this is the same person who's going to do the testimonial. He said he has a station. I'm assuming he means gas station. I will put under contract soon for 1.2 million. So hopefully when you get on live, you can tell us about that.
Yeah, is it operational?
Yeah, let us know about that one. Sweet James Jones on Instagram is saying, currently out of work, looking, so finances are extremely tight, but I'm willing to grind and start finding ways to invest in myself. And this is the same person that's saying that he's in Mansfield, Texas, and he was when you were telling him about the new tools.
Yeah.
So that's the same person. And I don't know that we followed up with Thomas Hill's thing because he wants to get educated about gas stations.
Well, what I would probably do it at this point, it makes it easy to Chat GPT probably make you an expert in a matter of minutes.
But yeah, the information that you need to get from those people, if you're talking to, or you potentially want to start communicating with people that own gas stations, you can use ChatGPT and it will tell you what type of information that you need to ask the person. Like Ty saying, that is probably the fastest way to figure that out. And sometimes you could ask ChatGPT to refer you to some YouTube videos if those are available to get yourself educated about gas stations. Okay, so earlier, Lighthouse REI Group talked about the LaGrange, Georgia home with 12 acres. And they followed up saying, last thing, I submitted the LaGrange deal to the email. My name is Chris Alexander, about the LaGrange house with 12 acres.
I resubmitted because I don't recall seeing a property like that.
Okay. And Sweet James Jones said, I'll be texting clone, COLLONE, and feed today to 205-964-5243. Okay. I don't know if Christian is still planning to get on. This is they're on Instagram, and I guess it doesn't matter because this is StreamYard, so they can get on. But they have to tell me again what they have to text to get on.
On what?
Oh, Gator, GATOR to 205-964-5243 to get on live to do your testimony, Christian. And then we have Princess, and this is my first time seeing you here, Princess. This is Princess from Chicago. I would like to ask Mr. Flipman some questions before I start investing. Is there any way that we can communicate? Thanks so much. I should drop my email or phone number. That's a question. And thanks much.
Yeah, just email me.
And you can send Princess, you can send an email to Ty as Ty@dealulator, that's DEALULATOR.com. Oh, there's Christian. What it do, man? Ty, he want to do his testimony and talk about that gas station because he says a gas station.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, how you doing?
Oh, great. How's it going, my man?
Good.
Yeah.
Well,
where are you located?
so I'm now in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Salt Lake City.
Yeah. And then my business is Diamond Silver LLC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I started learning. Thanks so much first of all, thanks so much for the opportunity. My name is Christian, and I'm from Congo, Africa, the Democratic Republic of Congo. So I came in America in 2010 as a student. I was in Florida in Pensacola Christian College, and then I moved in Utah. So I'm not going to school anymore. My dad was paying for me for school, but things happened with the government. He was he had a problem to get his document for the business, because in Africa, if you apply to have like a business license, you can spend like 2 years or a half to get the license, just a business license. So it's something like we need to fix and then you need to pay some paperwork like $3,000. If you don't have $3,000, you can apply for that. If you don't have it, for the small people want to entrepreneur, it's very tough for them, especially if you do like a industrial things like that, like a soap factory is doing. And then I took a class of a wholesaler in 2018. And then there was a guy from the show in Boise, Idaho. They do the show in Idaho. They came in Utah, and then they trained me and another guy. So that's a little bit of story. I met the guy in a conference. He was like, he paid like the tuition, like the paper for the learning about how to wholesaler and editing. He's supposed to go with his wife. And I asked the sir, I said, in that time I was working, I was a Uber guy and a Lyft guy. I suggested, I said, well, I don't have money, but I'm an Uber guy. I know they're asking you like to pay $2,500. I can pay you like a $1,000, but if you can allow me to come with you. He said, well, no, I cannot come with you, but I'm gonna go with my wife. He said, okay, can you get my number in case things change? You can call me back. And then on Sunday, the guy called me back and said, hey, do you still want to go to this class with me? I said, yes. And it was like an intensive class for like a Friday to Sunday. And then from 7 o'clock to 5. And then we just learned a ton of stuff. And then and from there, I was trying to, from 2008 to now, I was trying to say how I can apply this. And I had to find I need to find a cash buyer, I need to find a deal, I need to find where I can invest. It took me so many time to put things in practice, like you guys said. And then last year I was trying to. I had like some financial problem. I was like, well, I need to pay those bills. How can I do? I said, I know the wholesaler. I started looking the house for sale by by owner in the Zillow. And then where I find the ladies. And then I called the lady, and then we meet up. It was like in a good place in Salt Lake City. It's like Peter Street down Lundy, for example, Atlanta, Georgia. So it's like a really good place. They was building a house for themselves, but they run with money to finish the house. They had like a $250,000 they needed to finish the house. I tried to find the money for them to finish the house. It was like I said that, well, if you guys was an investor, you're gonna fix the house and sell it, I can find the money for you. But like you guys want to use the money to live, I'm gonna try to find the money for you. Otherwise, if you don't find the buyer, find the money, I think you're gonna go with your first option to sell it. And then this is how I get the house. The first day I met them, they told me that I have two houses. I put like two houses on the contract the same day. It was the house. This is the house for 9,000, and I put also the triplex for 570. And after I went home, they called me. They said, "Well, they don't want to sell the triplex this last year. They're going to sell it this year to see if they want to make more money." I said, "Okay." So we're still in touch. That for that triplex, I think maybe this year I'm gonna get also that triplex because we already sold the first house, so they want also to give me the second house. And then and I was putting everything like on the Facebook. I send people like email. I put linking the news that I am selling the house, this and that. And there was a guy from Phoenix who called me out of the blue. He told me, "Well, I saw your ad, you're posting. I got a buyer who can buy this house." I was like, "Okay, we can be partner." He said, "Yeah, we can be partner." And then we was partner with him from Phoenix. I'm in Utah. And then the same guy got like a disposition ladies in Utah he's working with. So from there, like people are sending all the information. He sent me all the paperwork. Like, hey, I'm gonna make this much of money. Normally, this deal maybe I could make more than that, but it was my first deal. I said, well, let me just charge $5,000. It's the first deal, and then in the future maybe I can charge better. And then I was also listening to Flip I was encouraging people always to try something, to do something, to put things in action. And then I was like, well, I listened also during about 7 years. I was not making a deal. I think I tried a lot of deals to flip a house. I tried some deals, and I was just like failing. I got a lot of deal on the contract I was making. I fell about many deals. I fell many deals. It was a lot of fail. It's like sometime in life you can have a lot of fail until you can get something going on. And then I try. It's the same. It's the same like even from when I was in Africa to come in America. It took me like 3 years with process. And then some people it took them a lot last year, but sometimes it took them. And then we spend a lot of money, like more than $10,000 and things like that. And then what I was saying that when I found them, I sent them all the contract. I found them like
wait,
it was like a
hey, what's your name again?
Christian.
Tumba. So
Chris. Okay. So what country are you from?
Congo,
Congo.
Democratic Republic of Congo.
Okay. All right.
Maybe Congo, yes.
Just to go back, you said to get a business license, you have to pay. Is that $3,000 American dollars?
No. Yeah. So the government require people for some businesses. You need to have $3,000 in your accounts, and then you can open some businesses. It's not all the business, but some businesses, yes. If you don't have those, like for so those big business like a factory, this and that, you need to have a list. First of all, $3,000 you show to them, and then you can apply for the business license, and you need to pay again other fees, and then it took like my dad like a 2 year and a half to get the drive license. Normally, when you apply something, you need to take like in America like 2 weeks, something like that.
Yeah. So it's a process just to open a business up.
Yeah, it's just a bureaucracy. It's a bureaucracy. It's not normal. So that's supposed not to happen. It's just a bureaucracy in Africa, People like just because anytime he was spending during that 2 years, he was paying many people just to get the paperwork.
Okay, wow.
He was paying that guy maybe $1,000, another guy maybe, but normally it's like $250 to get the things. But he's paying people like this and that just to to get this, to get this. It's something like we.
Let's be clear.
In Africa.
So to be clear, it is easier to open a business here than it is in the country.
Yes. In America, it's very easy. In America, it's very easy. You go to the computer, you apply, and then you get it. But in Africa, you need to go to if, for example, you need to meet you go to for example, 10 office, you need to pay all the 10 people.
Oh, wow.
And then it's like a different amounts.
Oh, wow.
If it's like you have to pay like in the beginning, like $250, you're gonna spend like maybe $2,000, $3,000.
Okay. All right. So let's get to your deal. So the house deal, what were the numbers on it? What were they listing it? What were they trying to sell it for?
So the asking price was 9,800.
You mean 980,000?
80,000, yeah, 980,000. Sorry about my English. I just speak French.
That's fine. So 980,000, almost $1 million.
Yes, almost $1 million. Yes.
And so, what did you offer?
So the first day we met, I went to visit the house. It was like just framing. I have everything's also on my YouTube. The video when I came there, and I offer 900,000.
Okay, where did you come up with the 900,000 amount?
So when I came there, I just I didn't really make a calculation. Exactly when I came, but I was like, when I see like, wow, we need to is the only frame is. I just think that I say, well, maybe the offer could be 9,000 because there is a lot of things to do here. And then when I went home, I put after repair value minus 70% and minus the work supposed to do. I was like, oh, maybe I'm off here, and then maybe I need to go a little bit down. But that's why. So I didn't know if I make it. Also, I didn't do the math. It was just try my hair.
So So this was a new construction, or it was a
Yes,
renovation?
it was new construction. So they bought a house. It was a house. They bought it and then they turned down and then they're building another house.
Okay,
Yeah, and then it was no, it was not investor.
they bought an existing house and they tore it down.
Yeah, they
Okay,
turned down.
so what they had decided they were not going to finish the new construction. They got in over their heads, or what was the situation?
So the situation was they ran out of money.
They ran out of money. Okay, all right.
Yeah, they ran out of money.
And so what was the final number? What was the final price? Did you get it at?
870.
870. Okay,
Yeah.
and so how did you find the buyer?
So I just posting the deal on Facebook, and I send email to some cash buyer list ahead, and then also I posting in linking, and then the buyer just called me.
Okay.
All
right. So the other thing is, so what I was about to say. So when you put it on the contract with the owners, number one, what contract did you use, and what amount of earnest money deposit did you place down, or did you even go through that process?
Yes, for the contract, I use the contract from like Jerry Norton. He's like sometimes he's doing like a ad, he's putting like hey, if you want to get a free contract. So this is the contract from Jerry Norton I use. And then I had I tried to negotiate that with zero earnest money because I didn't have money. And then she was also no, she was not an investor. And then I negotiated that, and I didn't pay any $0. This is what I'm doing every time I found the deal in zero. I try to negotiate that with zero earnest money, only because yesterday I went to visit a house. And then with New Western, and then they asked me that the terms, like I need to put $10,000 down, and then it's gonna be 10 days due diligence, things like that. But some of the time I try to avoid the earnest money because I'm not making money yet, and then it's like yeah. That's because I'm just doing my job like I was doing my job like an Uber driver and Uber and a DoorDash.
Wait a minute, my man. All right, so okay, I missed that because I was texting one. So you put it on the contract. So what amount of earnest money deposit did you put down?
Zero.
Okay, so how did you get them to accept that on $1 million house?
Yeah, I just my goal things maybe I just know how to talk to clients and convince them, and I give them let them know what I can do. We can buy for as is. We can pay for the commission. We can pay the closing fees, and then you don't have to pay that. So I just try to give them our future.
Just to make sure I understand you correctly, is that so you just let the sellers know that you were going to wholesale it, but you just need the paperwork in place to do so, or how did you present yourself?
Yes, I present myself as an investor. And I say that I can buy the property myself, or if I cannot buy the property, I can. I'm working with a partner of a buyer who can buy the property.
Okay, so they were.
I try also to,
obviously, they were cool with the no earnest money deposit. Okay, so
yes, they was cool with that. Yeah, he was cool with that.
All right, so how did you? How did you come up with the $5,000 amount, or that's only the amount that the buyers are willing to give you as far as an assignment fee? Let me back up. What amount did you had it for $870,000? What amount did you market the deal at? What price did you market it at?
So the price I said that I think I put 570. And then it was like after 1 month, I was not finding the buyer.
You put it out there wait a minute. What amount? It couldn't have been 570.
I put that for 570, And then they buy I spent like 1 month. After 1 month, I didn't find the buyers.
Wait a minute. The numbers don't add up. You said you
Yeah.
got it on the contract for 870, right?
Yeah, 870, yes,
But
870.
you were advertising it at 570?
Oh no, I advertised for like 870.
So you advertised it at the same price that you had it on the contract for?
Yeah, yes. Because
And
I
so
know that I can take like I had I manage like I do that I can if I can sell it I can sell it maybe for like a 5 665 and then I can have like a $5,000 there inside. So that's
okay, well, I guess what you
yeah.
mean is that if you had it for 870, you thought you could market and sell it for 875. Is that what you mean?
No, I back it for 865 to sell it to 870.
Okay, wait a minute. So you had it on the contract with the seller at 870 or 865?
870.
So how could you sell it for 865 and make money? That's what I'm saying. Maybe we missed it somewhere in the language.
Yeah, maybe I think maybe I made some a few mistakes there. Because of the I charged for like 870, but after 1 month, I didn't find the buyers, and then the guy called me, the investor. I said that, well, I'm not finding a buyer right now. Very soon I will ask the seller to close the deal. And then he told me that, okay, I can give me the number for the seller. I can, so it's pretty much we just they put it again on the contract. So we did like a double closing. It's like double closing we did.
Okay.
So I did some mistake with the match, like yeah. This
Okay.
I was
All right.
yeah.
Okay. So
This
just
I'm learning on that. Yeah.
real quick. You mentioned you had a gas station or something. Is this gas station operational, or what's the situation on it?
Yes. For the gas station is like an old gas station. It was have a gas station, and then those people I was passing, driving for dollars, and then I find a gas station. And then I just need to call. I only called them. They told me that it's like a 44 acre, and then it's cost like 1.2. So I need to call them to see how we can make it work.
So it's a closed gas station, so it's not operational.
Yeah, no, it's closed gas station. Yeah, it's closed gas station. It's closed.
So what is a for sale sign on it, or you just?
Yeah. They put sign there. Yeah, they put a sign there. Like it seems like the owner are selling that.
I got you. All right.
Yeah.
So well, we appreciate you, man, coming on and sharing your story for us, man. And
So I got also 2 land. One for 1.35. I need to put it on a contract. The owner is like in the broker is like in Colorado. It's like 2.2. And then I got another land is like a 0.31. I'm gonna put it in a contract too. It's like make an offer for 3,300. And then also there's a hotel. I met someone also. We're gonna partner for selling the hotel for $5 million.
okay.
So yeah, I want to see if I can put the options too. Yeah, in the contract.
Well, hey, well, get out there and do your thing, man. Just make sure when you're dealing in those numbers, again, of course, what's half a zero, but make sure when you're dealing in those
Can you help me about for the numbers so I can use one of your tools to avoid some mistakes? Do you got some advice for me for that? For like how to make a good calculation?
What on the land?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The one that we use for land is we use the land portal. It can help you comp the land or whatever. Now, if it's commercial,
yes,
it may be a little different or whatever. But if you email me, I'll give you my opinion on it.
Maybe
probably where you should probably be. But But if you're dealing in those numbers, those high 6 figures, low 7 figures, yeah, definitely make sure you add a 0 onto those paydays going forward.
Yes.
You know,
Okay.
you should have. Well, that one seemed to be a little thin or whatever, but probably still should have made 20 grand on it. But I'm not gonna sneeze on 5 grand. Still not no bad payday. It was more than I made on my first deal. So yeah, we appreciate you for joining us, my man, and please join us again. And keep grinding.
I have a last question. Do you have like a something to calculator, like a calculator for I can use to calculate wholesale deal and then everything? So you use kind of.
Yeah, if you go to if you text the word KISS,
Okay.
KISS to 205-9645, that
Yeah.
training there will break that down for you and simplify that process for you also.
Oh yeah, thanks so much, man. Thanks so much for your help. Thanks so much for your advice and to helping us a community to get those deals done. And then thanks so much for this is my first interview, and then thanks so much for the opportunity to talk with you guys.
All right, no problem at all, my man. Good luck to you. Hit us up.
Yeah, that's
all righty. Yes, sir.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
All right. So we done rolled almost 2 hours a day, guys.
Almost.
So my man come in from a different country.
Yeah.
You know how difficult it is to do business in that country, and that's where it is in a lot of places. But like it got a lot of palms got to be some bread got to be put in the hand before you can pull it off or whatever. So it ain't perfect here, but it's hard to beat. I can tell you that right now. And we can sit around and moan and groan. This man come over, make money, second language now. Might be his third or fourth language. He probably speaks multiple, languages or whatever. And we don't have no excuse. It ain't gonna be perfect or whatever. This man is not allowing that to stop him from doing what he's doing or whatever. It should be inspiring. I don't know about you. It is for me. Or whatever. No excuse.
Because that's
no excuse.
It's your first language. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not even his first language, man. So hey, I was moaning and groaning about his $5 grand, but on that part, but I guess I'll just let the song speak for it.
What's half a zero? That's no check. Still made 2 bands, that's respect. Could've got greedy, lost that bet. Trying locked in, I'm up next. Trying to hit big, might end up broke. Flip man taught me, that's no joke. Stack these buyers, play that role. Small bag now, but I'm in control. What's half a zero? That's no check. Still made 2 bands, that's respect. Could've got greedy, lost that bet. Trying to lock in, I'm up next. Trying to hit big, might end up broke. Flip man taught me, that's no joke. Stack these buyers, play that role. Small bag now, but I'm in chain. He came low, I ain't flinch at all. Took that play, now I'm on call. List got deep like late night text. They pay to play, I just send that next. Flip man said don't force the flip, so I ride the wave, then stack and dip. 2 bangs life, but to keep things moving. Now I'm first up when the cash start booming in. What's half a zero? That's no check. Still make 2 bands, that's respect. Could've got greedy, lost that bet. Chain locked in, I'm up next. Tryna hit big, might end up broke. Flip man taught me, that's no joke. Stack these buyers, play that role. Small bag now, but I'm in control. Flip man moves, I'm locked in tight. Small win stack when the plays feel right. Could've held out, but I took that bite. Now my phone don't sleep. Deals all night, good. He paid the fee just to stay on file. That's how I know this game worth the mile. Ain't about greed, it's staying in motion. Hogs get cooked trying to swim in the I'm up bag now, but I'm in creatine.
Flip man, it's the flip man. Flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Yeah, bag.